Hi guys, welcome to the Zoom Phone mobile app training. So first we're going to talk about getting started, downloading the mobile app, logging in and out of queues. First, how do you download the mobile app? You guys are going to go to the Google Play Store or the App Store if you're an iPhone user, and you're going to search for Zoom. It looks like this. And then you're going to go ahead and install the app. Just like any other app on your cell phone, it will ask for permissions. Make sure you do allow making and receiving phone calls. Also, you probably want to allow microphone and video access, but it's completely up to you, as well as notifications. The one thing I'll note though, if you want to sync your cell phone contacts, you can. You will be the only person that sees those contacts though, so you don't need to worry about that being organization-wide. Once you've installed Zoom on your cell phone, you can go ahead and tap that icon to log it in. And then at that point, it's going to come up with a login screen where you can choose to sign in. You'll choose that. And depending on your configuration, if you're using SSO, you will use that. If you're using just your work email address and password, you'll use that. So please check with your admins on which one you're doing the login with. Once you are in, the app is now running, and anything that is programmed to ring your extension will also ring on your mobile phone. So that is something that is really handy, but it's something that you may not want to happen all the time. So if you do want to sign out of the app, you do want to tap on your picture or initial in the upper left-hand corner. Then you'll tap on settings and you'll tap on sign out. If you sign out here, it will just be where calls will no longer ring on your mobile app. They're just going to ring on your computer, or if you have a desk phone, it would ring there as well. If you are part of something that is called a call queue, that's just like basically a call group within Zoom. That's something that if you ever need to log in and out of via the Zoom app, you absolutely can. So you again will tap on your picture or initial in the upper left-hand corner. Then you're going to tap on settings. There is something called call queues. You'll tap on that and then you can switch them on and off. If you switch the big one at the top off, that will take you out of everything. If you're in multiple queues like I am pictured here, if you just do the individual ones, you can do that too. But obviously, please check with your admin or department head before doing any log out. Navigating the app. So now let's talk about the new phone section of the Zoom app. So when you guys launch the Zoom app, you're going to see something called phone right here. You'll have a bunch of different options. I'm going to start with call history at the first left corner here. So when you tap on history, you're going to have a history of calls. You can just swipe up and find them all as you need to. You could tap on someone to call them back. If you tap on the three dots, you'll have more options. Like you can block a number. You can, if you have texting enabled with your company, you could send a text message, things like that. You'll also notice that in the bottom right corner of every section of the phone part, there is a dial pad, so you can literally always dial through that. The second thing you'll see is voicemail, and that's where you can listen to all your active voicemails. So if you tap on that, if you have a new message, it would be marked with a little blue dot. You could hit play. You can hit the three dots for more options as well if you need to there. And if you'd like to set up your greeting, you can literally tap on the dial pad right here and dial *86. It will then enter your voicemail and say, please enter your PIN followed by pound. I have the default PIN right here, but it's 123654 followed by pound. And then she's going to talk to you. She'll say to record a new greeting, press 2. You'll go ahead and press that, and then you'll just follow along to the options. My only note is make sure you do listen back to it and accept it, or it won't save. Lines is the third one in. Now, lines can work a couple different ways depending on your organization's design, but I'm just going to go over a couple ways that you guys might use lines. Lines is for people who have what are called park keys. So those are just holds you can pick up anywhere. Certain organizations use park, which is kind of a hold extension shared throughout a building or multiple buildings. So you guys can see for me, I have 3 open parks. So if someone put a call on park, it would light up with the first one, the park 801, and it would show me who was waiting there, and I could go under my line section to pick it up. So basically it's a shared line. Another use case for shared line is if you are an assistant of someone, you would also see their line. So that way, if they put the call on hold, you could go to lines and resume it for them. So that's another use case for lines. So just depending on your organization, you guys might be utilizing that. You may not, but it's there if you need it. SMS is the third one, and this is again something you may or may not have your organization deploying, but if you guys do, with the SMS tab, you can click on the new SMS option here to send out texts. They are going to see your direct dial number when you text out, so that is what they see. If they don't know it, you may want to introduce yourself and say, hey, I got a new work number, here it is. To them, it looks like a normal text message when you get messages, just like if you get a chat or something, it'll have like a 1, 2, 3, and you could just tap into the conversation. If you guys have a license for it, there's also a fax option. So yes, you can send a fax or receive faxes on your cell phone app. So depending on if you get the organization's faxes, if this is something you have access to, you'll see it. Or if you have a personal fax, again, you can hit new fax. You can attach a file if you have it on your cell phone, or you'll have an inbox with any of the fax received. It'll have like a blue dot if it's on red. You can download the file, all that stuff. So again, if it's applicable, that is what fax is. Call handling. So when you guys get a call in, it's going to have the caller ID pop up with the person who they're calling. So if that's you, or if you're part of a call group, that will also be displayed here. So that way you know how to answer it. And then of course you can choose accept or decline. If you hit decline, they go to voicemail. If you have the option of texting, there's also decline with SMS. So obviously just make sure that if you guys use that it is a person's cell phone, but there is that option. If you guys want to dial out, as I mentioned on the phone tab of the actual app, every single bottom right corner has the dial pad here. So you can tap on that. You can type a number. You can click on the little people icon. Just remember with these, it is 10-digit dialing. That just means you dial with area code and phone number. So it's just like dialing with your cell phone. There isn't an access code. It's just area code and phone number. And down here at the bottom, just depending on your organization's design, you guys are going to show a certain caller ID for yourself. So that could be your direct dial number. That could be the main number. If you guys ever need to change that, this is right down here at the bottom, and you can literally click on it and then see which one you want to use. And that will just be your caller ID when you make outbound calls until you change it. Active call options. So when you answer a call, you're going to have a bunch of different options here. You can mute yourself. You can go to the keypad. So if you need to enter a code or something, you could do that. You could press speakerphone to put the call on speaker. You could add the call, like if you want a conference call. You could put the call on hold. You can transfer. You can record. AI Companion will take notes for you during the call if that's something you guys have enabled. I will tell you with AI Companion, depending on your organization's design, it may or may not announce to the caller that you guys have it, that is taking notes for you. So check with your admins. They'll let you know. This is the meet option, and then you can obviously hang up. So pretty cool on all those options. Also parking, by the way, if you guys are utilizing that, is under the more options. We'll talk more about that coming up. If you like to put a call on hold, you'll press the hold button, and then to unhold, you'll press the unhold and just resume that call. If you'd like to park a call, this may be something you guys as an organization are utilizing or not. So if you're not, you can just ignore this part. Again, remember park is a universal hold that may be shared for a whole building, maybe shared through multiple buildings. Just want you to be aware. So if you guys need to park a call, if it's something you use, you'll hit the little 3 dots and choose park. It will then have a little option where you can click P. At that point, it will tell you where it's parked the call. So it'll say, call parked on star 801 as an example. So then you can call your coworker or send them an instant message and say, hey, I've got Susie on park 801 for you. And then they can go to the line section and resume it. Or if they use a desk phone, they can push the park 801 button or whatever the case may be. If you like to transfer a call through your cell phone, you can just press the transfer key. At that point, it's going to bring up a dial pad where you can type a number, or if you want to go to a coworker or contact, you can tap on the contacts. Then once you've got the number or person figured out, you just press the transfer button. It will then ask you what type of transfer you want. So whether you want to do warm, which means you're going to announce it and then click to complete. Direct means you're going to send it without announcing it first, so it'll just disconnect you and send it there. Or if it's a coworker and it's an option, you'll have the option to transfer to voicemail. So you just tap one of those options and it'll be on its way. If you guys ever need to switch the device, let's say that you're on a call on your computer and you want to move it to your mobile phone. If you open up the mobile phone app and go to phone, you'll then see the call that you're on and you can literally hit switch, and you can do the same thing with the computer. So just know that you guys can switch them back and forth as needed. Some resources and support you guys have. You guys can go to support.zoom.com to search anything else. There's tons of stuff you guys can do as well. So just be aware that Zoom is adding new features all the time, things that are always being expanded. So feel free to go there anytime. And then obviously contact your internal IT or support team if you guys need assistance. They will reach out to us. And then for the internal IT or support team, our contact information is at the bottom here. There's a website you can go to register a ticket. You can call us or you can email us. So whichever one you would prefer. And thank you guys so much for watching.